Pronunciation of ed in English. Past tense regular verbs, past participles, and adjectives. The past of regular verbs. To form the past simple and past participle of regular verbs, we add ed. Base form: work, cook, walk, kiss, like, stop, look, drop. Simple past: worked, cooked, walked, kissed, liked, stopped, looked, dropped. Past participle: worked, cooked, walked, kissed, liked, stopped, looked, dropped. Pronunciation of ed ending of regular verbs. Pronunciation of ed in regular verbs past tense, past participle and adjectives. The pronunciation of words ending in ed depends on the final consonant sound. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed at the of a word in English. id, t, d. Examples: play played, d. Work worked, t. Start started, id. Remember, ed appears at the end of regular verbs in the past tense. Examples: wanted, helped, lived, sometimes in adjectives ending in ed. Examples: tired, embarrassed, relaxed, as well as in some past participles. However, the pronunciation of ed sometimes causes problems for non-native speakers because it can be pronounced in 3 different ways: as id, as t, or as d. Voiced consonants versus voiceless consonants. Voiced and voiceless, unvoiced, sounds. A voiced sound comes from the throat. An unvoiced sound is made by air coming from the mouth. The voiced consonants. These are the voiced consonants: b, d, g, j, l, m, n, r, s, z, th, as in the word then, v, w, y, and z. The voiced consonants. Here are some examples of words that include voiced consonants: traveled, gloves, shells, started, changed, wheels, lived, dreams, exchanged, globes, phones, listened, organized. The voiceless consonants. A voiceless sound, sometimes called an unvoiced sound, is when there is no vibration in your throat and the sound comes from the mouth area. These are the voiceless consonants: ch, f, k, p, s, sh, t, and th, as in thing. The voiceless consonants. Common words using voiceless consonants include washed, coats, watched, books, seats, dropped, carts. Summary. 1. The id sound. If the last letter of the word is spelled with d or t, the ed is pronounced as a separate syllable with an id sound. Wanted sounds like wanted, waited, needed, folded. Summary. 2. The t sound. If the last consonant of the word is voiceless, then the ed is pronounced as a t. Be careful not to create an extra syllable or id sound. Talked sounds like talked. Kissed sounds like kissed. Parked. Helped. Summary. 3. The d sound. If the last letter of the words ends in a voiced consonant or sound, then the ed is pronounced like a d, without creating another syllable. Played sounds like played. Closed, the s sounds like a vibrating z, so the word would sound like closed. Opened. Lived. Rules for the pronunciation of ed in English. If the ed is preceded by a voiceless consonant such as k, it should be pronounced as a voiceless t, t. Examples: parked, barked,
marked. Rules for the pronunciation of ed in English.
If the ed is preceded by a voiced consonant sound such as b or v, it should be pronounced as a voiced d.
Examples: robbed, thrived, shoved. Rules for the pronunciation of ed in English. Ed is pronounced id with verbs that end in t or d.
If the ed is preceded by a vowel sound, it should be pronounced as a voiced d, because vowels are always voiced.
Examples: freed, fried, lied. Rules for the pronunciation of ed in English. Exception: if the ed is preceded by t, it should be pronounced a voiced id sound. In this case, the e is pronounced. Examples: dotted, rotted, plotted. Ed pronunciation: id, t, wanted, d, needed. Words ending in t or d sounds, added. T, p, helped. K, looked. F, sniffed. GH, laughed. SH, washed. CH, watched. SS, kissed. C, danced. X, fixed. Voiceless. Words ending in voiceless sounds, add T. D, L, called. N, cleaned. R, offered. G, damaged. V, loved. S, used. Z, amazed. B, rubbed. M, claimed. Voiced. Words ending in voiced sounds, add D. Voiced words that end in a vowel sound use the D pronunciation for ed endings. Examples: followed, enjoyed, played, tried, continued. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed. T. Ed is pronounced T after unvoiced sounds.
P, K, Ch, S, F, H, theta.
This last sound sounds like a Z. Th as in thing. Examples: stopped, checked, washed. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed. D. Ed is pronounced D after voiced sounds.
Vowels plus B, G, Z, V, M, N, L, R, W, J, F. This last sound sounds like it as in this.
Examples: listened, called, grabbed. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed. ID. Ed is pronounced ID with verbs ending in T or D. Examples: started, decided. Happy learning. Thank you for watching.